You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. See, look at this. Even Nate said it. Ben, you're a mess, bro. See? Where you at? Did he leave? That's what I'm talking about. Nate even know. That's what I'm 833-212-1017 is the number. So in the past few days, we have heard all sorts of things about the city of Milwaukee, right? Have you been hearing anything about Black Friday or anything about what's going on and sales and all that? It's just like weird. It's like it's a new year. Something's going on. Are we just pausing and waiting for 2023 to get here as if something new is going to happen and it's not? I mean, like 3 straight years, we broke the homicide record from the year before. And what were we met with? Crickets. And so I think what's happening is that we are so used to people doing things and talking about it that we miss the fact that they don't do anything. Like we miss the fact that people talk a lot, but don't really do anything. I spent 24 years with the city of Milwaukee in the police department in various roles, plus about 5 years additional in law enforcement. So for 29 years of doing something, not talking about it. So I'm wondering, why do people talk more and do less? I don't understand that. Like people assume this is the only thing that I do, that I sit here and I talk on the radio, then that's it. People assume that if you compare yourself to me, then you know what my job is. Then you tell me you're not doing this, you're not doing that, this didn't get done, that didn't get done. Instead of asking, well, why didn't it get done? And then you can say, well, I was in the midst of doing this, and I was working over there, and I was handling things that in the bigger picture is going to make everybody better. But I mean, wouldn't it be where people actually do more and actually talk less? I wish leadership did more in the city of Milwaukee and organizations I'm in places where I work. I wish leadership actually did more than what they say. Like they talk a lot, but they don't really do a lot. 3 issues I have. 3 issues. Number 1, meeting for the sake of meeting. An absolute and positively wasteful event. We meet too much, we meet too long, and nothing ever gets accomplished. All you're ever told is this is what leadership is doing. But if you actually want to buy in, wouldn't you include the people who work there? It's just a weird concept to me. Business is bizarre when you talk about teams, but the leadership are the only people making the decisions. That's not a team. No input, no suggestions. This is what we're doing. Do it or don't. If you don't, you're fired. If you do, you're here. Strange. All that in the guise of a wasteful meeting. Number 2, thinking leadership is the only group who can actually get the job done. So it's almost like you say you're a team, but then you turn around and do the work yourself And then you pontificate about how great the work was, when in fact, you did it. It's just strange. And then number 3, going back to the team concept, don't lie to me and tell me we're a team and then don't include me in the game. How's that happen? Like, is it the pitcher doesn't talk to the first, second, and third baseman, doesn't talk to the catcher, doesn't talk to the center fielder, the right fielder, and the left fielder? Did I mention back catcher? The catcher. Anyway, think about that. We have a whole team, but the only person that knows what we're doing is the pitcher and the coach. What are we doing? But yet that's what we do. We lie to each other and say we're a team, but yet decisions come down from on high that have already been made, already been vetted by them. But I lied. I do have another issue. Number 4, while you sit around talking and you think you're the smartest person in the meeting because you're in leadership and you're working on ways to exclude people from the game, we keep forgetting something. When we sit around and listen to elected officials, when we sit around and listen to appointed leaders, when we sit around and listen to people who work for the city, work for a business, we forget that they think they're the smartest people in the room. Not that they're smart, but because they're in leadership. But I just want you to think about one thing. When you're working on ways to exclude people from the game, don't forget one thing. You ready? It's simple. Hit the ball.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Be sure to tune in to The Truth on Saturday.